Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dot Hack Infection. This is going to be kind of our semi-final-ish adventure. So yes, it is finally time to show off the fruits of my off-screen grinding. Hopefully. And then, we're going to that last protected area, which is no longer protected. I hacked the gate. So let's see. What do I have to show off here? Books. The only elemental upgrade that I bothered getting, so far at least, was the wood element. The other ones, it was pretty difficult to get the items, and I honestly didn't actually try all that much. Okie dokie. Gear, but before we talk about gear, also check out the sweet guillotine blades that I got going on there. Sporting those bad boys, they're pretty sweet. We're gonna grab our two new party members. Basically, I picked up some rare items and handed them out amongst the rest of my party members. Like Sanjuro and Pyros and some of those folks. I ran around with Mistral to boost her affinity. And also, she just kind of in that process got some really sweet armor.
Okay.
So I've probably talked about this a bit in the game, just in general, but when it comes to actual armor, it all comes in tiers, and the tiers are tied to elements. So, like, lowest level is, you know, whatever, but the next level up would be water. So all the gear that you get around, like I forget the levels, like 16, 17, 18, let's say. Those were all water gear, and then the next better set of stuff that you could get would all be fire gear, and then the next one up would be wood gear, and then the next, and so on as you kind of just bounce around amongst the elements. So the top tier armor that we can get at this point in the game is going to be light gear, or lightning, thunder element, whatever you want to call it. So thunder gear is the best, wood gear is the second best, so that's kind of what we're looking at for everything. I still have the time stuff because it's actually pretty flippin' sweet. Like, the sandals actually boost my offense slightly, but it's still a boost to my offense, and that's actually quite worthwhile. And then the bracer's not bad either. So then I have lightning and so on. Then I have Hell's Gate equipped because it's pretty fantastic. It has a couple of really good skills. This is just another level 14 weapon. I think it is maybe tied for best-ish weapon. Anyway, the reason I went through all that is because Mistral ended up with all thunder everything. So the best gear that she could possibly have, it's all thunder element. She's like the only person out of all of our friends who has all thunder element. That's really, really lucky for her. Gives her some good skills, too. Throwing thunderballs, Raikrus, she has Rairom, she has Ganrom, Earth Tornado. But I think that's from her, from her wand. She also has Rip Mane from her hat. Rip Mane will revive somebody, so she could just revive people when they die. That's basically why I'm bringing her with us in this next area. Black Rose. So she has wood armor, but electric everything else. I don't have better armor for her. That's fine. The one thing that I do have is a rare Blade Master weapon that we'll give to Mia when we get the opportunity to do so. She's not online right now. That should max out our affinity with her. She's the only one that we're really missing. So then, weapon-wise, so I had Dante's Blades earlier, I had the Master Blades. Those were both kind of I did get the rare Twin Blade weapon, the Bombaye. Believe it or not, it's actually not that good. It boosts your magic much more than your physical capabilities, you can see down here. It is Thunder Element. It gives skill drain, so that's not bad. Staccato is level 1. It's not great. And Thunder Coil is level 2. It's okay. I'd rather have level 2 Wood and level 2 Darkness. I like having the variety. Just, preference, whatever. The last thing that I want to talk about, since Black Rose is still pretty much good to go with her gear, we have a couple of wands here. So we have the Jester's Wand, which is the level 14 rare weapon. It has Thunder Drop and level 2 Thunder Tornado, which is actually pretty sweet. But even better, we have the Starstorm Wand, which has Yarthkins and Vulcan Chew. And I'm not going to tell you what those are, but we're going to watch them in a little bit. Basically, Starstorm Wand is going to be much, much better than the Jester's Wand. Jester's Wand, like, okay, it's rare, that's neat. That's cool. But we're going to go with the Starstorm Wand. That is going to be way more fun. So last thing is I'm going to burn through our Books of 1,000 real quick and just show off that, like, I think we are indeed maxed out on everything. So we've visited all the areas that we can visit. We've eaten up all the time that we can chew through. All the portals. Field and Dungeon actually just kind of, as a fluke, ended up tied. I was not bothering to pay attention to that at all, but that's kind of cool. Whoops. Ah! Stop. Controller. Players we've met. This one we've been done with for a while. Oh, wait. I should show you that. As soon as we can... Oh, is this... Nope, this is trades. Never mind. Monsters, we don't have all 303. We have 103. I don't actually know the exact number of how many different types of monsters there are in the game, but we have more than enough to get all of the different items from that book, so that's fine. Friends, this is what I wanted to show. So Mia's at 237, and then Orca doesn't really count because he's in a coma right now. But everybody else is at 250. Even Elk, that little whiner. Got statues, got enough of those, we broke things, we opened treasure boxes, like, all this stuff you guys shouldn't be surprised by. I did go and encounter Grandpa a whole bunch trying to upgrade our armor and get better gear for everybody. When I say everybody, I mean myself. It was selfish. I was trying to get better gear for me. I did finally manage to get my whatever body armor I have equipped through Grandpa. So that was fun. And then Grunties, we've had these for a while. The 3 Grunties that we've encountered, and then all the different types of Grunty food. So that's pretty much the full recap of everything that I've been doing off camera. I maybe spent like an hour, hour and a half. I ran through like 3 or 4 dungeons. I got the Got statues, a couple of the dungeons I cleared out. Mostly I jumped from area to area looking for Grandpa. So that was a whole lot of fun. So here we go. Theta, Chosen, Hopeless, Nothingness. The area where Meg's friend is missing. It was erased from the board, but Helba emailed us, giving us these keywords. Level 28, it was protected, but we already hacked the gate. So away we go. No need to bother fighting everything out here, clearing the area. App room. I don't really think that there's too many things we actually need to data drain, or that I care enough to data drain, other than just things that'll make our lives easier. I'll get this one just for funsies. Fire score B. I still don't think I've data drained the Tetra armor. Oh yeah, she just used Yarthkins. Use another one, please. Boom! Yes, so Yarthkins and Vulcan are summons. So Mistral actually has 2 summons as her skills. Also, holy crap, I forgot how slow we are. Yeah, so she has 2 summons. It's interesting, just full disclosure, I did try to record this once already, and the video file got corrupted, so I'm very glad that I keep multiple saves and can do this again. That was a very unfortunate situation for me. But I had an interesting revelation when I was watching Mistral do her summons. That thing that she summons above her head is the God statue. So those are the gods. The gods of the story and the lore behind the world. And that's the statues of them down at the bottoms of each dungeon, and they give you the treasure chest with the rare items, and that's what she's summoning. Because that was the one that's encased in metal or lava, I guess, since it is Vulcan, and he's pointing forward. I've remarked on that one a couple of times. And I don't know if we can clear this dungeon out. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but the level cap is not a hard cap at 30 or even 31. I've bounced back and forth between like 32 and 29 because I've been data drained and lost, you know, an entire level and had that happen multiple times and whatnot. So there's a chance we can get back up to 32, and that would be maybe a tiny bit helpful for the boss. So I am going to go around and try to kill things. Also, I mean, there are one or two creatures that I was unable to data drain and get the rare item from. Tetra armor being one, so it'd be nice if we could encounter one of those. And I don't know what else. Generally, though, it looks like we're going to be getting really crappy gear from this place. Yeah, fire bracer, so it's giving out, like, mediocre tiered equipment. Equipment that it was good to trade for and get right away at the very, very beginning of the game. So that's not brilliant, but not much we can do about that.
Amateur egg!
Also, this is going to be a fairly short dungeon. There's not a whole heck of a lot to it. Especially when the fights are that quick. That was crazy. Oh, dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. Strengthen.
Begin!
Black Rose, if you recall, has the rare heavy helmet that gives her rig game and rig same, which are HP recovery over time and SP recovery over time. So they're super awesome. There we go. That's all I wanted, was to get those both on me. Now I should hopefully not have to worry about healing for the entire duration of this dungeon. Like I said, look at how short these floors are. Like, we could just blaze right through the whole thing, but I mean, where's the fun in that, right? Got to build up a little bit of dramatic tension here. And after all, we are exploring this area looking for a missing person. Oh, these things. Ooh, okay. So we have a really crappy combination of enemies right now. These Mew Guardians, these are what I had to data drain to get my rare Twin Blades. They are just the devil incarnate. They're the worst enemy in the game. They hit really super hard, and they're crazy super mages. And then they're flying creatures, so they're like the moths or the bees, where they're really, really tough to hit with physical attacks. So I really like the weapon that I have right now, because it has a super high-powered Gale of Swords, which it does wood damage and just absolutely massacres these things.
Gale of Swords!
And then the reason this fight sucks so much is because we have the reviving statue guy back here. These things are also quite irritating. Mistral first aid, please. That's unfortunate. Would she get killed by the swords? That's super embarrassing for her. Cool, so we just leveled up. Awesome possum. That's gonna be pretty handy. killed... Oh man, there's two of them. Swirling Dark. Now, if I hit both these guys and I get an elemental hit on both... Dang it. I was hoping I could kill them both at the same time, and then we wouldn't have to worry about their stupid little revivings. That's okay, though.
Swirling Dark!
Oh, man, these things are irritating.
Swirling Dark!
Alright. Data drain one of them, we can kill the other one. Standard way of operating against these things, although I did get paralyzed, which kind of sucks. Paralyze me, please. Thank you. Holy moly, Mistral, you're getting wrecked by those stupid swords. Alright, not too terribly bad. Could be going much, much worse. Alright, let's see what this floor looks like. There we go. There's a bit larger of a floor. I was getting worried that the game was going to make this a bit too easy on us. Boy, I don't know exactly what we hit that stupid crab with, but we wrecked it super quick. See, Vulcan, super cool looking skill. I love the way the summons look. And they typically hit pretty hard, especially if you can get like an elemental critical hit. Oh man, Mistral, you are obnoxious. Alright.
Amateur egg! Swirling Dark!
Really need to kill this thing so he can't revive the crabs. Cool, and Black Rose leveled up too. That's also very, very awesome. I think Mistral's the odd one out at this point. Oh, I also haven't been paying super close attention, so I could be mistaken. Maybe she did level up. Like earlier. 32, 31, 32. No. She's close though.
Golden egg!
Relatively. What went over there? Oh no, another one of the stupid Mew Guardians. Alright, have to kill this thing first. And I don't have anywhere near enough MP to actually use my skill on this thing. That's okay. Mistral doing work. Not worth hanging on to this low-level gear, or not worth going through all the inventory management in order to hang on to it. I mean, free loot is free loot. I will take anything that doesn't inconvenience me any. Alright, what do we got in here? Ah, just the crabs. we've already gotten whatever rare item these crabs have, so I really don't care about data draining them at all. Look at that, I actually didn't get myself poisoned that time. That's gotta be a first. Pretty proud of myself for that.
Swirling dart!
Wow, crappy aim. Try actually hitting that enemy. Nope. Back rows, keep us alive. Thank you.
Swirling dart!
That was like 2,000 damage. Well done, Mistral. Well done. That's why you have that spell. Alright, 2 in a row. 2 in a row without blowing up the blue chests. Alright, what do we got on this floor? Okay.
Amateur egg!
Significantly larger. So those first few floors were just the easy ones. It was lulling us into a false sense of superiority over the dungeon. Although I do still... I still feel pretty damn superior. I think we got this, and I don't think it's going to be too difficult at all. Ooh, elemental critical. Nice.
Hayabusa!
Cool, and Mistral leveled up too. Pretty happy about all this. And those crabs are getting irritating with their ability to paralyze us. Oh man. And Apdu wore off again. Oops. Boy, losing that speed boost is just the most jarring thing ever in this game. Oh, what are you? Ogre. I am pretty sure that we have not data drained this or we have not gotten a rare weapon from this. I'm also fairly confident that this might be the first of these I've actually seen. Probably not. I probably just wasn't paying attention last time I encountered one. Master Blades. No, they're not that good. Yeah, I do still want to clear out the dungeon, attempt to clear out the dungeon. It is very much going to be a plot-related dungeon, so I don't know how possible it's going to be, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, nice. It's about as good as any of those fights against those statue things can ever go. When there's more than one, that is. When there's only one, then it's not that difficult. I think Yarthkin's is Earth element, maybe? Fire summon? Yeah, an Earth summon. Okay. I assume that based on his Yarthkin's appearance as a giant rock. shit. I was afraid of that.
Hayabusa!
Alright, 2 more fights on this floor. This is not good. I need to not die here. I really need to not die here. Please don't let me die here, Black Rose. Or at least the enemies aren't actually going to attack or anything. Oh, the summons are also an area of effect attack. They will hit other enemies near the one that you're targeting. So that is pretty handy as well. Our last fight on this floor. Let's see what we got. I want to fight another one of those ogres. Oh no, I don't want to fight these. Ah! And that was our all dungeon portals open sign. And we got whatever your rare item is. I totally forget what they have. Might be the heavy blade sword, maybe? But interesting, because that means that on whatever the next floor is, there's not going to be any fights. So there's probably not going to be much to the next floor. Okay, everybody use skills, please. Just kill this thing. Thank you. Strengthen. Let's go ahead and pop into the fairy's orb and see what we got ahead of us. Ah, the dungeon just kind of stops in the next room here. Yeah, okay. So this next fight typically takes a pretty hefty chunk of time. So I am going to leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger here. Don't worry, it's literally the last cliffhanger that we can possibly have in this particular game, because that's going to be our final boss in there. Spoilers. Yes, so thank you all for joining me, and next time we're going to go see what lies in there beyond the glowy purple stuff. Thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next video, and of course, may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.